Hello and welcome to Stage 4 of the Formula 1 Austrian Grand Prix in Real Racing 3. In this stage, we both have a time requirement and a minimum average speed requirement. Now, the time doesn't worry me because of what I've seen myself doing in other stages. 102 wasn't too difficult, and I'm also getting some drafting in, but there's a lot of traffic in my way. So we'll just see how this goes. Alright, and I was expecting them to take that corner very poorly and get a push from this guy. Always remember that when you're getting a push, it's just as effective as when you're drafting. It's just, in this game at least. I'm not talking about real life, I'm just talking about the dynamics of this game. So, if you're trying to make up time, get in front of someone and block them. Make them push you. And you might have to watch it in some of the braking points, but that's a great way to make up some time, is to make somebody push you. At this point, there you go, I went up to him, and oftentimes they're going to get on the brakes when you do that. Not always. Sometimes you have to push them a little bit before they plow on the brakes. No position requirements here. Oh, no. Okay, well, I'm going to keep on going. I'm going to see if I can pull this one off. Oh my, I got hit. That's hilarious. Nice speed boost, hey? Well, let's see what happens here. I'm really running low on time. Oh my goodness. Okay, get a little bit of draft. Oh my goodness, that's really funny. Well, that was an eventful stage. Hopefully yours isn't quite as eventful, but I decided to drive it out and it worked. Very good. There we go. Did not waste any time there. Draft for 2,000 meters. Also, set the fastest lap. Okay, so I did the same thing where I failed the stage, and I believe it was 106, but there was another time. There was one point where I saw 106, and then also it was a 104 later on. So like I said, just because the bots get that time on one lap doesn't necessarily represent the next lap. So let's see what we've got here. Okay, 2 full laps. So lots of time to do these two things separately. So you could set a fastest lap and get a little bit of drafting in, and then take the next lap to get the rest of your drafting in. So I don't want to waste my time on him, but I'm going to make him push me because I want to make time here. So for this lap, I'm not going to waste much time drafting unless it's to my advantage. Like that guy's too far away at this point. Already I'm starting to notice that my top speed is lacking a little bit. But this car is very nice in the corners, which is why I was saving it for a track like this. Let's see if I can get him to slow down. He didn't want to slow down, so I shoved him right off track. Well, that was kind of fun. Now, time-wise, I got a little draft off him, and then you got to know where the bots want to drive. Let's see there. Okay, I think that said 107. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean that was the fastest bot, but look at me, I'm having no trouble at all. Oh yeah, no trouble at all. Okay, so now let's let this guy pass, and again, I'm in first place already, so I don't know if it matters where I finish. Isn't that strange? It stopped showing his name. So maybe there's something to that. And it's showing that I am, way ahead of him. The fellow in the distance. Boy. Okay, well, done my drafting, so I don't know. I don't know if I should waste time and if that would actually manage the bots better. I'm currently in first place, so I don't really know. Not really sure what I should be doing. I guess I'll just stay put and drive it out this way. It's not that it'll waste that much time. Well, he doesn't have. Oops, that was silly. And then Hamilton suddenly shows up as being 2,800 meters behind me? What's going on? I don't really understand how this works. Okay, I'm going to slow down, but I'm going to speed up the video. Okay, this is 4 times regular speed. Now we're going to go 16 times regular speed. I don't know. I don't understand this. And then I'm still in first place. I'm just trying to do some experiments here, and we'll see what happens. Either way, I'm in first place, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it didn't help with the bot management. Oh well, moving on. Okay, now this one, again, I've got 0 tuning, 0 driver level ups, 0 principal level ups. I'm on a base car. And this event isn't easy. Okay, this stage, this particular race, you got to immediately get behind that guy and catch some draft, and then you got to really overtake him quickly. They're starting to take the corners a bit better, which is an indication that we're starting to deal with better bots. So regardless of the names, some of these names were very bad at the beginning of the game, the beginning of the stage, sorry, that doesn't matter. Actually, they took that corner really bad. But then, let's see, Norris. He's just starting to gain on me now. He'll just start to give me a push. And then I got to be careful how I take this. Oh boy, just caught the draft. See if I can get him. There you go, he hit the brakes. Awesome. I want him out of my way. I don't want him to start to overtake me because then he'll wreck my line into this corner. And here we go. There's Vettel. I want him to hit the brakes. Oh, he doesn't want to. I don't want to push. Oh, he did. Good. I didn't want to push it. I was just getting at that point where I could have done the pit maneuver on myself. Okay, 3 more to go and 1 more lap to do it in. This is looking good. So this is the first race where you really have to push it a little bit. Oh, that was a nice pass. I'm happy with that. Actually, this isn't looking too bad. It did take me a few attempts though. That's why it's really important to keep learning as you're doing these events. Don't just blow through the early stages and drive off track because you can. You got to make sure you're learning something. See, he's driving off. Now, I've got to watch my braking point. I got a tow for that whole section, which will affect my braking point. Just as I'm saying that, that's the reason why I just lost it there, because I should have braked a little bit earlier, because I went into that with more speed. Now, I think I'll be okay. Hamilton's right there. And I am substantially better at this corner than Hamilton. Oh yes, no trouble. I'm going to dump him anyways though. Sorry Hamilton, I just didn't want to have to do this stage again. So, a little bit of a dirty pass. Well, a lot of a dirty pass. I'm sure that's a black flag, but that's okay. No black flags in this game. Just green and checkered. Checkered flags. Green flags. That's what we like. Set the fastest lap. No other requirement, just set the fastest lap. So I don't have to win the race. Oh, interesting. Don't have to win. So what you can do, lay back a little bit, let them get a bit of a lead on you. I'd like to kind of have a pretty clean lap. And because this is lap 0, my timer is at 0. Notice that, my timer says 0. You want a really good speed run heading to the start-finish line, okay? So you want to have that last corner really nailed so you hit that with a pile of speed. Take this nicely. I could optimize that more. I'm not optimizing it yet. I'm doing pretty good, but believe me, there's a lot more time to be saved at that first corner. So here, 3rd distance marker is where I'm going to start my braking. Swing out, swing in. Not bad. Still, that needs work. And in case you're ever wondering, you notice how the time flashes once in a while? That time is based on thirds. So it has nothing to do with how far you've traveled on any particular... Oh, nuts, I went off track. It's going to flash at 1/3 of a lap, 2/3 of a lap, and then the end of a lap. And that's going to happen on almost every single lap in this game, except for something super short like Richmond. But even at Le Mans, if you're there, you're going to notice that it's going to happen 3 times per lap. And it's always at 1/3 intervals. Not third of time, third of distance. Okay, well, I'm just going to plow through this. I was looking at about a 104, I think. That's my target. And let's see how close I cut that. 104.046. Oh my goodness, I cut that way too close. Okay, that's the end of stage 4. Thank you for joining me today. Here's a playlist link if you missed something. And please subscribe if you like what you're seeing.